Alright, we are doing a sealed deck of it's the 4-pack one. It's 2 Dragon's Maze, 1 Gate Crash, 1 Return to Ravnica. Reason I'm doing that is just to kind of get rid of some Dragon's Maze packs. It seems like kind of the best way to burn through them. The price structure is actually pretty good. You get 1 pack if you win 1 game, 3 packs if you win 2 games, and 6 packs if you win 3 games. So it's pretty good. The format itself kind of is not so great because you just kind of have to get 17 cards together, and basically just pulling them out of this especially is a little tricky. You just kind of throw all the good cards in a deck and then add like a couple not so horrible cards to give yourself something like consistency. So you basically just start with the bombs, and let me see what we got here. So that's not a bomb. This is kind of a bomb. Kind of. It's very subjective to getting 2 for 1, but it's good. Early Shadow. Okay. Well, this is kind of a bomb. Kind of. It's pretty good. And then this is kind of bomby. This is kind of bomby. Exava is pretty bomby. Boros Battle Shaper is like a really, really big bomb. It's like you just play this and you almost can't lose at that point as long as he stays alive. That's pretty damn good too. Some good cards there. This is a super important card. One thing to notice is the reason you just kind of play, or at least I, ooh, Blood Crypt, nice. I kind of play whatever colors I can, is because of the decks. It's 30 card decks, so it's easier to draw your fixing. I pretty much also take a very conservative approach to mulliganing. That's good. So basically I tend to pick 2 colors, and 2 colors, and then splash 2 other colors, and then 1 color I pretty much ignore. It's typically the way this has gone. So I know I'm playing Exava, I know I'm going to play Boros Battle Shaper, so probably going to be in red. Spike Jester's also good. Let me see. I got a Splatter Thug. Yeah, Corpse Blockades. Yeah, like you just can't get together sort by converting mana cost. Like it's just pretty much impossible to get like a decent, deck that just goes like 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop and kill you. Because like I do have enough 2-drops. I want 4 good 2-drops, and they're solid 2-drops. There's a solid one. 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 Those 5, 6, but they're all in different colors, so you can't reliably play them like that. So the most important thing is just get your bombs out and win. Oh, that guy's so good. What are my clue stones? What does my fixing look like quickly? So black, black. Yeah, a lot of red fixing. I got some of that. And then Demir, Golgari, Gruul, Prophetic Prism is super important. Alright. So back to by color. I think I want to be maybe like black-white base, and then with So, if I'm black-white base, I don't really want to do double splashes like this, where splashing for both red and blue. That's just a little too inconsistent even for this. So, let's see, maybe I should just be base red, even though I don't have any like mono red cards other than Splatter Thug. I feel like being Orzhov base is good, just because, yeah, it's perfectly solid Orzhov cards. And then consider red the splash. Red the first splash, and then blue, I guess. Yeah, splash for blue. That does kind of leave like the Flux Charger and Blast of Genius off to the side, but let's just go ahead and build that up. Yep. Alright. Dutiful Throw. Massive. Gates, we're going to be running, definitely going to be running two gates. That one and that one. We're going to be running that too, but that's not a gate. And we could go up to 3 for the Simic. Anyway. So I don't think we're really going to want the Gatekeeper. That we want. And we want Hiss. And I'm not going to run that as a splash, just because our hand might be pretty empty by the time we draw a blue source. I'm going to run that. Going to run that, and that, and that, and that. So that gets us to 15 playables. And that's before clue stones. Man, not really. Oh, we don't have clue stones in our colors. That's pretty alarming. Oh no, but we have Dimir. Dimir clue stones are in our colors. We might even want to run like Blast of Genius if we're going to run a couple clue stones. This is what would be like a normal curve. In these matches I usually end up being like super high curve because, you know, ooh, Splatter Thug should probably be in there too. So this looks like we're a little bit more aggro. 13 creatures is a pretty good bit. We could very potentially cut Sunspire Griffin. Just double white is a little bit tricky. Holy Mantle. So like that's a deck. And then we'd run one island. So sort. I'm using the beta client because the extra sorting on the multicolored cards is pretty important. Or not important, but useful. Quite useful. Oh, there's group creatures separately. So we got one. This is essentially a combat trick too, although it does kill guild mages, etc. Definitely not the best removal, but it's removal. So we're gonna run 3 red sources and lands at least. Maybe we might even make it 4, just because we got 2 2-drops on it. This is pretty reasonable. So let's add lands and save this out and see if we can do any better than this. Also, most people aren't expecting or really even capable of defending very well for like a 1, 2, 3, 4, especially if that's the 4. That's tough to deal with. So sort by color. So we're okay. I didn't realize we've got 5 red things. That's not it. I'm still trying to find. I know I saw it once. The stats button in the beta client. I saw it once. Should show that for you if you're not familiar with these cards. This one's very important. You just play him and win, basically. Anyway, so this is an option, and so we've got 5 red cards. We've only got 1 blue source, or blue card. It's a pretty important one though. And then we've got, that's black and white. These are black, these are white. So our color balance is leaning a little bit towards white. So let's see, what would it suggest? Let's just throw that in there. And then so we're gonna add these lands. Ooh, prophetic person. Oh, that's got to be in there for sure with this funky little mana base. Tablet of the Guilds. That's not a thing, right? No, not a thing. So want to cut 1 card. Probably not a creature. So our options are then. Okay, this is one of the non-ones. I do want the Demir Cluestone for a little bit of fixing. I guess we could get rid of Fatal Fumes potentially, or Swift Justice. I kind of like Swift Justice, it's cheaper. Yeah, so anyway. I cut. So I cut 2 mountains for the guild gates, and then cut a swamp for the blood crypt. Seems reasonable. So we've got 4 red sources, we've got 5, 6 black sources, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white sources. I mean, these numbers all sound low for a 40 card deck, but it's a 30 card deck, so I think that's reasonable. So we'll save that out. Alright. Now, alternatively, we could go with a more blue, playing more blue, which would be something like, alright, lands go away. Would want that, we'd want that, we'd want that, we'd want that, and we'd want that, and that. And assuming now we'd be playing all 3 of the gates, the Simic Guild Gate thrown in, those guys become reasonable. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's definitely good. That might actually, I did somehow miss the Soulsworn Spirit. That might be good enough to put in the other deck, although it does complicate the mana, so probably not, but it's definitely good enough to do that. So let's just throw that on there. for separately. Sure. So this is just like a big old pile of stuff. We could also then run some other clue stones, the Golgari and the Gruul, if we want to go for the green. I don't really think, we just don't really have enough good instant and sorceries to. Although as a 1/5 flyer, he's just perfectly fine by himself, but we don't optimize the Izzet element. Maybe just, let's see if I can get that Soulsworn Spirit in there. And these are just kind of okay cards. I think the other version was better. So let's load that. Sort by converting mana cost. Now, is there any way we want to get the Soulsworn Spirit in there? Anything we want to particularly cut? Maybe the Sunspire Griffin? Just the double white's a little bit awkward. We can probably manage it though. Could use the Prophetic Prism to help play that. So yeah, we're playing, I guess, 3 blue sources. That's enough for this. And then 5 red. Yeah, the Prophetic Prism helps a lot in terms of consistency. Our tempo might be wanting to go in a different direction, but oh well. Yeah, this is like not terribly good. If you notice, we have in the 4 aggressive 2-drops, we have 3 white, 2 black, and 2 red mana sources or mana symbols. So it's going to be a little bit tricky, but we'll deal with it. And I think this is just what we're going to go with. So see you in round number 1.